Hello. And of course, at the end of every day, there must be my bedtime story. The bedtime story is about Princess Robyn and her little dragon. The story was written by Rachel Grosvenor. I don't know any, I don't own anything. And I'm gonna read it out, of course. So get your cushions, a nice comfy blanket, make yourself super comfy, and try to sleep. So, let's go. A brave girl called Robyn decides to investigate when a dragon is terrorizing a village. Once upon a time, not so long ago, there lived a brave girl called Robyn. Robyn was a princess and lived in a castle in the village of Fitzworth, with her parents, who were king and queen but rarely used to the royal titles. Her brother, Prince Noah, and Nacho, her best friend and ginger cat sidekick. One morning, Princess Robyn was helping Nacho with his breakfast. Would you like biscuits, Nacho? Nacho meowed loudly, meaning yes, and wrapped himself around Robyn's legs. Breakfast was Nacho's favorite meal of the day, and by coincidence, it was also Robyn's. As Robyn poured the biscuits into Nacho's fish-shaped dish, she caught a whiff of them. They smelled delicious. She licked her lips and reached for one of them, but Nacho nudged her with her paws and mewed again. Robyn glanced at him. He was right, they were his snacks, and Nacho never took her food. Okay, Nacho, here you go, she said brightly, and watched Nacho tuck into his last tasty meal. Once they had both eaten, it was time to get dressed. Nacho sat beside Robyn as she chose her outfit for the day. They had big plans. First they were going to the park and ride one of the slides, and then they were going to stop by the local stables to feed the horses some carrots. Just as Robyn reached for a pair of mustard leggings, she heard a huge roar. The castle shook a little, and Nacho ran and hid under the bed. Princess Robyn frowned and pulled on their leggings, then marched on the window to look out. What on earth was that noise? Immediately, she saw the culprit. There in the misty morning sun sat the dragon, overlooking the village. He roared again, and the townspeople scattered into their houses, hiding. Robyn put her hands on her hips and frowned. A dragon would ruin all of her plans for the day. She had been so looking forward to seeing the horses at the stables. This would not do. Nacho, are you going to come or talk to this dragon with me? Nacho let out a short, sharp mew that sounded very much like no. Okay, said Princess Robyn, nodding. I can see that you're scared. I'm scared too. But I'm not going to let the dragon ruin everyone's day. Robyn pulled on her boots and walked out of the room. Through the castle, out of the front door. As soon as she stepped outside, she felt the hot breath of the dragon on her skin. There he was, roaring loudly in the sky, the noise shaking the windows of all the houses. There was absolutely nobody to be seen. Everyone was hiding apart from Princess Robyn. Excuse me, Robyn shouted, walking toward the dragon with purpose. He stopped mid-roar and stared at her in surprise. Are you talking to me? He said, glancing around him. Yes, said the Princess Robyn crossly. Why are you making so much noise? You frightened everyone away. The dragon blinked at her and then looked around him at the village. Then Robyn noticed something different about the dragon. He was crying. A long wet tear dropped from the corner of his eye and landed in a huge puddle beneath him. Robyn stepped closer to him. Are you okay? She asked. The dragon sniffed loudly and shook his gently scaly head. No, I didn't get any sleep last night. I have terrible toothache, and I was hoping that someone in the village might be able to help me, but everyone is afraid of me, except you. Robyn smiled kindly. Well, that's just because of the noise you were making. I can organize a dentist to help you, but you must understand that people don't like big noises. The dragon sniffed again and nodded sadly. I understand. Thank you for being smart enough to see that I was only in pain and brave enough to come and talk to me. Robyn nodded and strode over to the dragon, patting him on his large toes. Don't worry, we will fetch some letters and the dentist, and you will be back to your usual self in no time at all. Princess Robyn did just that. She visited the local hardware shops and encouraged the owners to come out with their letters. Then she visited the dentist and asked for help with the dragon's tooth. The townspeople were nervous at first, but Robyn explained to them kindly that the dragon was only grumpy because he was in pain, and that everyone needs help sometimes, regardless of size. The townspeople listened to her, pulled back their shoulders, doing their best to be as brave as the princess. Together, they encouraged the dragon to lie down. Once the letters were secured, the dentist was able to climb up them and hop into the dragon's mouth to see what the problem was. It was a large piece of hedge stuck between two of his huge teeth. The dentist popped her head out of the dragon's mouth and shrugged. Oh, I'm afraid that I don't have any equipment big enough for this remove, she said. Robyn thought for a moment and then had a bright idea. Somebody fetch the fire service. They are the horses that are big and powerful, and they'll have no problem spraying the hedge out of the dragon teeth. Princess Robyn was quite right, and the hose did just the trick. Once the hedge had been removed and everyone was back on the ground, the dragon sat up and purred with delight. His purr sounds like nachos. Thank you so much, Princess Robyn, said the dragon in relief. I can't tell you what a difference you have made. The village of Witsworth is lucky to have a princess as thoughtful, brave, and smart as you. Robyn smiled. She was just relieved that the dragon was feeling better and that the townspeople were able to go and enjoy the day. And that, of course, included her. Now, she could visit the horses in the stable and feed them carrots for dinner. This was the story about the princess with the dragon. They might have become friends because she wasn't afraid of the dragon. Would you be friends with a dragon? I wish everybody a good night. Sleep fine. Until the next time.